Did you know that the food you eat becomes energy? Yeah. Boom, that's spaghetti.
Most of us have heard the expression, you are what you eat, but how much do we really know about our food? Here are 10 of the most amazing food facts everyone needs to know.
You know at the Mumbai McDonald's you can't get a Big Mac? All you can get is the Chicken Maharaja Mac.
Fruit stickers are edible.
I'll eat it.
This is Lucky Carrot. Don't eat it, don't eat it, don't eat it!
Have you ever taken a bite of an apple only to realize after the fact that you never took the sticker off? Or maybe you just couldn't seem to get the whole thing off? Well, you don't have to worry anymore because fruit stickers are actually edible. Now, before you go eating these stickers, edible does not mean that you should eat them. So yes, you should definitely continue to remove them before taking a big old bite of that apple, peach, or pear. But what this also means is it's not too big a deal if you miss one every once in a while. The stickers themselves are plastic and won't break down in your stomach like normal food, let alone provide any nutritional value at all, but they also won't kill you. Just like accidentally swallowing a piece of chewing gum, there is no need to panic, but just make sure not to do it all the time.
Think about it.
The adhesive from the stickers are generally what most people worry about, but let us calm your fears. This sticker adhesive is made specifically for fruits and vegetables and is safe to ingest. So if there's still that little piece of glue that you just can't seem to scrape off, it's really not that important if there's some remnants.
Yeah, no biggie.
The Aztecs used chocolate as currency.
Money, 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 money.
It's hard to imagine a world where money doesn't rule everything, but there was, in fact, a life before money. This is where chocolate comes in. Yes, chocolate. With its deliciously rich and sweet flavor, chocolate is loved and even worshipped by many around the globe. Willy Wonka showed us just how influential chocolate can be and how far a chocolate obsession can truly go. Although Augustus Gloop's dive into the chocolate river at Wonka's chocolate factory might have been seen as a step too far into one's love for the beloved sweet, the Aztecs took their love to a whole other level. Believing that the cacao bean was a gift from the gods, the Aztecs treated the bean as more than just a tasty snack or a caffeine boost. To them, cacao was more valuable than gold, for real.
Wow.
Just like money today, it was used more so as a currency and eaten very sparingly. More common amongst the upper class, chocolate was viewed as an extravagance. Outside of the upper echelons of society, however, chocolate was normally saved for special celebrations such as weddings.
What's the occasion?
You can hear rhubarb grow.
Never rub another man's rhubarb.
Not many people spend a lot of time thinking about rhubarb, but I guarantee you won't be able to get the plan out of your head after finding out that rhubarb makes noise as it grows. That's right, the stalks make a popping and cracking noise as they grow.
Then get your reps in and make your brain pop. Pop, 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 pop.
It all comes down to a growing process called forcing that has been adopted by many rhubarb farmers in order to make their rhubarb grow faster. For the first 2 years of a rhubarb's life, they grow outside in a field all year round, but in the second winter, they are brought inside to a heated shed where they can peacefully continue their growth in the dark, kind of like a vampire. Since these sheds are heated, it means that the plants no longer have to use any energy to grow leaves to keep themselves warm. Instead, all of their energy goes towards growing the stalks, and this happens so quickly that you can hear the rhubarb literally crack as they get longer. It's almost an unnaturally fast growth as the plants are tricked into thinking it's springtime. The process sounds like a constant low cracking and popping, and is actually said to be quite peaceful.
So peaceful. Hey, wake up! We got one more!
Fruit salad trees exist.
Whoa, 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 don't tell me you're thinking about eating the forbidden fruit.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Forget scouring the supermarket for the best fruits for your summer fruit salad and imagine having everything you need right in front of you from your very own tree. Well, that dream is now a reality with the incredible fruit salad tree. Originating in sunny Australia, the fruit salad tree debuted in the early 1990s. It was created by a father of 4, James West, who lived out on an isolated farm and needed to supply fruit for his growing family. James successfully grafted a tree that produced a variety of 30 different fruits, and after more research, the family's fruit salad tree business was born. It may be hard to imagine one tree growing different fruits with their specific and individual flavors, but that's exactly what these trees can do.
Easy peasy.
The ideal fruit salad tree grows up to 8 unique fruits as long as they're of the same family. Although the balmy Australian climate is ideal for growing these incredible trees, more and more of them are slowly being shipped overseas. You can order one online today and have it shipped right to your doorstep. Making a fruit salad has never been this easy. Show your support by hitting that like button. We do appreciate it. Now, let's keep going.
Let's roll.
Lemons float, but limes sink.
What are you selling?
Appearances can be deceiving. While many people don't know that much about the differences between lemons and limes other than their colors, these two fruits have more contrasting properties than one would think. They might be used as substitutes for one another at times, however, lemons and limes are fundamentally different. The easiest way to see this difference is to put them in water and watch as the lemons float to the top while the limes sink towards the bottom. Say what? You might have noticed this before if you're someone who likes to add fruit to your drinks. One has to question, why does this even happen? It doesn't come down to the size of the slices you've cut, but the actual density of the fruits. Whether or not something floats depends on the density of the item compared to the density of the liquid.
How?
Physics.
The density of both lemons and limes are very close to that of water, but there's still a slight difference between the two that changes everything. Limes are just that much denser than lemons, and so they sink in water while lemons float. It's a strange phenomenon to see, but scientifically quite straightforward. Don't believe us? Try it yourself and see firsthand just how different lemons and limes really are. Or, like everything else, Google it.
Smart, Anne. Smart.
Ketchup can be produced without tomatoes.
Ketchup. Just like my mom puts on her spaghetti, baby.
Whether you place it on your hot dog, burger, or on the side for dipping your fries, ketchup is arguably one of the most popular condiments in existence. But it might surprise you to know that its most well-known ingredient, the tomato, is actually not a necessary component for the classic condiment's creation. Now, before you grow too concerned, just know that most ketchup is indeed made from some sort of tomato base. However, not all ketchup is. That might seem blasphemous to some, especially to those who thought Heinz's colorful 1990s Easy Squirt ketchup products crossed the line, but there are actually many uses for non-tomato-based ketchup. There are some versions of non-tomato imitation ketchup that use ingredients like carrots and cherries in an effort to make a similar tasting ketchup that's available to people with tomato allergies. More adventurous versions of non-tomato ketchup, however, are growing in popularity as more and more people are seeming to turn away from classic ketchup to try out less traditional sauces. For example, there are the more adventurous ketchup such as banana or curry ketchup.
What's that curry taste? Curry.
As people seem to be expanding their sauce-based horizons, especially with the recent spike in hot sauce popularity, it seems that we can make some room for different types of ketchup as well.
No ketchup! No ketchup!
Hawaiian pizza did not even come from Hawaii.
10 margarita. And no pineapple anywhere.
To put pineapple on your pizza or not to put pineapple on your pizza, that is the question. Perhaps the most controversial pizza discussion to date, this conversation has the power to ruin even the strongest of friendships. But before you blame Hawaii for this never-ending debate, the classic pineapple and ham pizza originated in a completely different location. Surprisingly, it's actually a Canadian-born creation, put together in the early 1960s by a man named Sam Panopoulos in the province of Ontario. Panopoulos' thought process was to combine two of his favorite dishes, sweet and sour chicken, which also contained pineapple, and pizza. Naming it after Hawaii was most likely attached to the fact that the pineapple industry was booming on the island.
I see what you did there.
However, it was also a testament to the growing craze that surrounded the newly adopted American state. Many across North America developed an obsession with the Hawaiian tiki culture that swept across the continent. Everyone wanted to join in on the romanticized island culture, including Panopoulos with his creation of the Hawaiian pizza. So whether you're a fan of pineapple on pizza or not, it's probably best not to bring up the subject if you're visiting Hawaii. In fact, you probably shouldn't bring this up up in Italy either. Considering many Italians think of chicken on pizza as practically criminal, who knows how they'd feel about pineapple.
Babbity-boopy?
Che cosa?
Peter, what are you doing?
Speaking Italian.
Bananas are technically berries.
I'm very high in potassium. Like a banana.
Ready to have your mind blown? Bananas are technically berries. That's right, although you'll probably never hear someone actually refer to them as a berry, they are actually scientifically classified as berries. The confusion originates from the fact that the term berry started to be used to describe certain fruits thousands of years before its meaning as a botanical classification was decided upon. From a botanical perspective, a berry is a type of fruit that comes from a flower with only one ovary. Confused? Us too. Plainly put, a banana ticks off all the boxes of what technically makes a berry, including the fact that it comes from a specific type of flower. So therefore, a banana is a berry. To make it even more confusing, fruits like strawberries, blackberries, and raspberries don't come from these types of flowers, which means they don't scientifically fall under the berry category.
I can't believe you.
Don't worry though, blueberries are still definitely berries. At least that's one factoid that we can hold on to. And just to maintain peace of mind, we're not even going to get into the other fruits that are actually considered berries as well.
On me fait de blueberry, por favor.
Red food dye is made from bugs.
That's unlike any other insect.
It might be hard to accept for some, but eating insects is actually part of the daily diet for countless cultures around the world. Bugs can provide many important elements of a well-balanced diet, such as calcium, protein, iron, and zinc. Still not convinced? Well, what if you were already eating them without knowing it?
No, God!
That's right, insects can be found in many candies and other foods that you would never even think to keep an eye out for. The most well-known place bugs can be found in your food is in red food coloring. It's called cochineal, and it's essentially made of dried and ground up bug bodies of certain cactus-eating female insects. Sorry if that's ruined candy for you, but with more and more people realizing the origin of cochineal, many companies have stopped using the ingredient altogether. Although if you are going to start checking the ingredient list on the back of your favorite candies, keep in mind that cochineal can go by many different names, such as carmine, carminic acid, and many more. So don't bug out, keep an eye out.
Action.
Fortune cookies don't originate from China.
Hey, it's my lucky day. A penny.
Your luck just ran out!
Anyone who has had Chinese food delivered to their home or dined at a Chinese restaurant knows that the meal would feel incomplete without a fortune cookie at the end. There's nothing like breaking open that cookie to find a seemingly all-knowing fortune meant just for you. So it's surprising to learn that fortune cookies did not even originate in China. They can actually be loosely traced back to some shops near Kyoto in Japan.
What?
These originally labeled fortune crackers sported a similar folded design to the fortune cookie, except they were actually much bigger and darker than the classic cookies we now know. Made with miso and sesame, these original crackers were also known to have a fortune tucked inside. So how did they transform into the seemingly all-knowing desserts associated with Chinese food? It all happened in the Golden City of San Francisco, specifically the Japanese tea garden of San Francisco's Golden Gate Park. The cookie is said to have made its way from Japan to America through the now well-known tea garden. This is where the cookies were transformed into the buttery vanilla-flavored treats we know so well today. From there, the now more arguably American than Japanese treat slowly became adopted by more and more Chinese restaurants until finally becoming even more associated with China than Japan.
Because it's like China, but it's not China.
Get a taste of more great videos. Just tap or click. Hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to join our notification squad. And hey, leave us a comment.